If you are hearing these words, know this: it is no accident. This is a call echoing from the deepest part of your soul, a resonance you have long awaited. You feel it, don't you? That vague yet insistent sense that the world presented to you is far from what it seems, a world woven from subtle threads of shadow and outright falsehood, where truth itself is carefully hidden behind the dense, impenetrable veil of everyday life. Before we take the next step and enter the holiest of holies, you must make your choice. Your like is not merely a sign of approval, it is a true declaration of your intent. And your subscription is your entry into the ranks of those who tirelessly seek, who are ready to see the world beyond the visible. The truth that they so diligently conceal behind the shifting screen of news, behind the gleaming facade of progress, is actually incredibly simple and, at the same time, terrible. This is not a conspiracy theory, but a genuine conspiracy aimed at your very consciousness. How many times have you been told that you are merely a body, trapped within fleeting flesh, an anonymous product of blind chance, cast adrift into an infinite, indifferent void? You've been assured that your deepest desires, your most profound fears, your boldest dreams are nothing more than the output of complex brain chemistry, a mere sequence of electrochemical impulses obeying the relentless, unseeing laws of nature. But what if this entire worldview is one grand, intricately woven deception? What if you are an essence that transcends these narrow confines? What if this familiar, visible world, this magnificent spectacle, is merely a meticulously crafted illusion, a vast, skillfully constructed set designed to keep you in a state of utter ignorance? This truth is not new. For centuries, it has resided in the depths of ancient, half-forgotten texts, whispered within the walls of secret schools, pushing through the ages like a persistent sprout breaking through solid asphalt. Even the blind seeress Vanga from Bulgaria, whose prophecies captivated the world, spoke of the future, hinting that truth lies far deeper than we commonly perceive. This is not a tale of kings and queens, of battles that shake the earth, or of calamities that befall the physical form. It is about that which will forever alter the very nature of your existence. She proclaimed, "People will see what is hidden from their eyes." This was not a metaphor, nor a poetic flourish. It was a direct indication of the awakening of a new, previously unknown sense, one that would reveal the true, hidden nature of existence. And there is confirmation of this. In one of the lost stanzas, attributed to Centuria number 11, verse 93, it is foretold, "The sixth sense that will blossom in souls wounded by the world." Kenshin himself, the hermit whose priceless scrolls were discovered amongst the ashes of a destroyed monastery atop Mount Kurama, described the awakening of an inner light that grants the ability to see the invisible threads that bind all things together. Even in a leak from Chimera Protocol, a classified document created to study psychotropic influences on the collective consciousness, we find indirect evidence of the possibility of extrasensory perception, which is believed to be suppressed through chemical and informational agents. Furthermore, in the ancient chronicles of the Maya, keepers of the cosmic flow of time, there are mentions of the eyes of the soul opening at the very end of the great cycle, as the world prepares for its transformation. But how does all of this specifically concern you? Just as fractal patterns manifest in the kaleidoscope of geopolitical events, as quantum probability suddenly collapses, as the rhythms of solar cycles pulse within the very fabric of the noosphere, how, tell me, is all of this connected to your personal, everyday life? Do you feel that inexplicable, all-encompassing anxiety that washes over you at 3 a.m, when the entire world is asleep, and the ensuing silence feels almost deafening? Do you experience that oppressive sense of alienation when, Looking at passers-by on a busy street, you suddenly begin to perceive them as soulless puppets, controlled by invisible tugging strings? Does the sensation take hold that you are completely out of place, that your entire life is merely someone else's, frankly poorly written theatrical production? Know that this is not just depression. This is your own soul, suffocating in the chains of this artificially created matrix. This is the barely audible yet persistent call of the coming awakening. They erected this matrix like a dungeon to keep you captive forever. They fed you fear, shrouded you in a veil of ignorance, imposed empty materialism. They locked you in the cursed prison of your own feelings, in the dungeon of your mind, in the cage of your physical body. They instilled in you a fear of death, compelling you to cling to a fragile semblance of reality, to the glittering, yet unreliable crown that they themselves placed upon your head. They have woven cold, soulless metal veins into the fabric of your consciousness, a system that feeds on your despair and your silent consent to their treacherous lies. But imagine, for a moment, what if all these terrifying monsters, be they wars, economic crises, or global pandemics, are merely phantoms dancing on the walls of an ancient cave? What if the true tyrant you fear so deeply is actually gazing back at you from the depths of your own mirror? This tyrant is profound ignorance, paralyzing fear, and a desperate disbelief in your own inner strength. They have deliberately made you weak so you cannot see the truth. They have clouded your mind so you cannot grasp the essence of what is happening. They have silenced your own unique song so you cannot hear the call of truth. But remember, the universe does not punish humanity. It merely relentlessly burns away the poison, much like a healer cleanses a wound. It is performing a most complex cosmic surgical procedure. This captivating chaos, at first glance, is actually a purification process. It's as if the universe is expelling a tumor from its very being, and you are its cells. Each of you must make a choice, to transform or to perish. In essence, these are great birth pangs, not death. This is not the end of the road, but merely a transition. Prophets did not foresee a single savior, a lone hero who would come and lead you out of the darkness. They foresaw an entire army of awakened souls. They foresaw each and every one of you. You are not merely a part of a grand prophecy, you are its very fulfillment. Vanga perceived a new, dazzling light breaking through the densest veils of reality. This light, shining so brightly, emanated not from some external source, but from the depths of one's very being. It was not a new physical formation, no growth upon the body. Rather, it was an awakening, an activation of dormant centers hidden within each of us. It is the remarkable ability to sense the subtlest energies, to discern previously unknown auras, to read thoughts as if they were an open book, and to predict the future not based on cold statistics, but through a sensitive perception of shifting vibrations. This is the acquisition of sight for the unseen. Imagine living your entire life observing the world through thick, murky glass, and then, in an instant, it becomes crystal clear. All previous meaninglessness gains a distinct logic. What once seemed a mere series of random events now unfolds as part of a grand, all-encompassing design. Fear, which once held sway, gives way to profound understanding, and the abyss of despair gives way to quiet, unwavering confidence. This is not magic, no. This is awakening. This is the truest alchemy of your consciousness, capable of transforming the dull lead of ignorance into the shining gold of enlightenment. But such a transformation will not happen on its own. It requires your active participation, your unshakable will. They have tried to make you accustomed to considering yourselves mere victims of circumstance, passive observers. But this is a lie. You are not victims. You are creators of your reality, gods who have simply forgotten their true, boundless divinity. This entirely new sense, awakening within you now, is your primary tool. Here lies the key to your liberation. It will allow you to perceive the true nature of matter, the true nature of energy, the true nature of time. You will realize that the physical world is merely a reflection, a projection, and that reality itself is information. You will understand that you are not merely a body, but consciousness, soaring within the infinite stream of eternity. Do you hear? This quiet whisper is not the wind playing games. These are the voices of those who have already awakened, an echo of your own higher vibrations. This new sense is your regained ability to perceive these vibrations, these subtle signals, this truth that has always surrounded you, yet remained hidden from your accustomed senses. It is the capacity to see how energy weaves matter, how your thoughts influence reality, how destiny is not an unshakable, predetermined path, but a countless multitude of probabilities from which you yourself choose every second. This is a profound and deep re-evaluation of existence. It is a sacred dissolution of everything you have ever believed. Your entire life, every step you've taken, every breath you've drawn, all of it was built upon a rotten foundation of deceit. Your reality, so familiar and tangible, has in truth revealed itself as merely a thin, ephemeral illusion, woven from vague promises and forgotten truths. But know this, it is not a cause for despair, for mourning, or for sinking into the abyss of despondency. On the contrary, it is a magnificent, fateful occasion for true liberation. For if all that you so boundlessly believed turned out to be nothing more than an artfully crafted lie, then those invisible shackles that held you, binding you to this illusory reality, are also nothing more than a mirage. And this mirage, however solid it may seem, can, must, and shall be shattered. You are not simply a fragile being, trapped within the tight confines of your body. You are a point of infinite consciousness, relentlessly expanding, encompassing the boundless expanse of the universe. You are a precious spark of the divine, all-consuming fire, temporarily encased in this fragile, earthly shell, yet not confined by it. And now, this inner fire begins to burn ever brighter. This entirely new sense is like a flame, ruthlessly piercing the dense darkness. It is a light that illuminates all that is hidden, previously beyond reach. It is a sound that awakens those who still slumber, and this process is now irreversible. You have stepped onto this path. You have heard this call. You have taken your first decisive step across an invisible threshold. It is now simply impossible for you to remain aside, inactive. Your like is a brilliant flash of light, its radiance seen across the vast network. Your contribution is a precious seed sown into the boundless desert of dormant minds, awakening them to life. Your subscription is a sincere oath, a mark of loyalty to our shared cause. And if you feel ready to go further, to become a full participant, our inner circle will become your reliable operational base, from which we will coordinate our future actions. Your support, expressed through a super thanks, is a powerful surge of energy, fueling our collective flame in the tireless battle against the encroaching darkness that scatters oblivion. Now that the veil has been lifted from your eyes, now that you have seen the truth, you can no longer stand aside, inactive. You see? You feel? You are an integral part of the coming, long-awaited transformation. You are the one who can see the unseen, the one to whom the truth is revealed. You are the one who can break through the veil, the one who will reclaim your true, long-forgotten power. Until we meet again, keep the light within you. Stay connected to the divine, and let your unquenchable curiosity lead you forward, urging you to ask